Hello everyone, myself Dr. Vinay Gandal from KMC College Khopoli, and today I am going to talk about general guidelines for project work of MCOM Part 2nd. Dear students, in second semester you have been studied about research methodology for business. In that subject, you have been studied about research process, formulation of research problem, drafting of research design. You are also well aware about various stages in research process, various data collection methods like primary data, secondary data. Okay. You are also well aware about data processing, statistical analysis, interpretation of data, even how to draft findings, how to write conclusions and suggestions. Dear students, now we are going to learn about how to draft final project work. So before discussing about preparation of project work, there may be many questions in front of all of us, like what is research, how it is to be completed, even how to complete entire research project. So dear students, for getting answer of all these questions and for preparation of a good project report, you have to follow some general guidelines which is given by University of Mumbai. Okay, so dear students, there are two modes of preparation of project report. The first mode of preparation of project report is project work based on research methodology in the study area, and another mode is project work based on internship in the study area. And normally in this semester, we have to follow the first mode of preparation of project work, that is project work based on research methodology in study area. Okay, so dear students, now we have to learn about general guidelines for preparation of effective project report. Means each learner or researcher have to follow these general guidelines while preparing their project report. The project topic may be undertaken in any area of elective courses. So whatever elective courses you are having, you have to select any research topic from that area. Okay, for example, if you are having elective courses like advanced accountancy, corporate accounting and financial management, so your research project topic must be from that area only. So just keep it in your mind about selection of research topic. Second guidelines is that each of the student has to undertake a project individually under the supervision of teacher guide. Means there is no similarity, there should be no similarity in the research project of all students. The research topic of one student is different from another learner. Okay, so there is a differentiation in the research topic of all students. Third guidelines is the learner shall decide the topic and title, which should be specific, clear and with definite scope in consultation with the teacher guide concerned. So each learner is required to consult with his teacher guide at the time of selection of research topic. Okay. And fourth guidelines is that university or college shall allot a guiding teacher for guidance the students based on her or his specialization. So depending upon the availability of guiding teacher, we have to decide. Okay. There are another some guidelines that is must to be considered for the preparation of effective project report. Okay, so dear students, these are the guidelines about drafting of project report. The font type for entire project should be Time New Romans. No other font type is allowed for entire research project. Font size should be 12 for content and it should be 14 for title. Okay. Line spacing should be 1.5 for content and 1 for in table work. There should be a A4 size paper, and also there is a proper margin. There should be a margin 1.5 in left side, and up, down and right side there should be a margin of 1 inch. The project report shall be bounded, means you have to make 2 copies of bounded project work, that is called as a black book. One copy will be given back to students after certification and one copy is to be kept in the college for further reference. And the project report should be between 80 to 100 pages. If your project is more than 100 pages, then it is okay, but it should not less than 80 pages. So students, just consider these general guidelines for the purpose of drafting of your project report. Now we are going to discuss about some important pages of project work. The first page, that is called as a main page, which consists of title of the project on top side. Whatever title you have been selected, you have to write the title of project or research project on the top side of that main page. And this is a common format which is given by the university, that is a project submitted to University of Mumbai for partial completion of the degree of Master in Commerce under the Faculty of Commerce by name of the learner. You have to mention here your name. Under the guidance of guiding teacher, you have to mention over here the name of your guiding teacher. It also consists of name and address of the college with month and year, means the month in which you have completed your project or your viva voce examination will be arranged. Okay. Then second page, in the case of second page, it is the same page like first page. So this page is to be repeated on second page, that is inside after main page, and it has an same format like first page, which consists of title of the project, then name of the learner, name of the guiding teacher, name of the college, and month and year. Okay. Then see the third page. In the case of third page, we have to mention the description about the index, and each consists of chapter number, title of chapter, and page number. Okay. So in the case, if in each chapter there is any sub points, then we have to write here 1.1, 1.2 like this. Okay. So the learner is to be considered and write the chapter details and sub points of each chapter under the heading of index. Whatever chapters are there, that should be mentioned in the category of index. It also consists of some list of tables, if any, with page numbers, list of graphs, if any, with page numbers, or list of appendix, if any, with page number. Even any abbreviations used in the project, that should be mentioned under the title of index. Okay. Fourth page consists of certificate. So it should be written by the name and address of the college, and this is the common format of certificate. Here the work has been done by the learner is original or not. Okay. So whatever work done by the learner, the assurity about it has been mentioned in this certificate, and it must be signed by guiding teacher. Okay. Then see, this is the fifth page, that is declaration by the learner, and the learner have to use this common format for the declaration. So whatever material, whatever information written in the project by the learner should declare about that material which has been written by the learner itself in this project report, and it must be signed by the learner as well as guiding teacher. Okay. Sixth page is consist of acknowledgement. So what the learner or student should acknowledge whatever efforts he has been taken with the help of other person. So whatever help he has been getting from other people, his friends or family members, he can acknowledge their names in the category of acknowledgement. Okay. So this is also important part of the project report. Then next page, now we are going to learn about model structure of the project work. So dear students, your entire project consists of many chapters. So your project consists of first chapter, that is called as the introduction. And while drafting a chapter number 1, that is introduction, learner need to consider some points. The introduction consists of selection and relevance of the problem. Means you have to write how your research topic is selected and how is relevant. So a descriptive selection of and relevance of problem is to be written in this chapter. Okay. This chapter also consists of historical background of the problem. If your problem statement is having any historical background, you have to mention a brief description about it under the introduction chapter. You have to mention a brief profile of study area. Means whatever study area has been selected for doing a present research project, the researcher need to mention a brief profile of that study area under the chapter of introduction. Then there is some definition, working definition, or related to some aspects of research project. So whatever working definitions are there, researcher are required to briefly mention under the category of chapter first, that is introduction. The chapter first also consists of characteristics, different concepts pertaining to the problem or research topic, etc. So dear students, while drafting chapter number 1, you have to consider all these points and write chapter 1 introduction with an efficient or effective manner. Okay. Then second chapter, which consists of research methodology. So dear students, normally effective project work, effective research is always depends on or based on scientific research methodology. So while doing research project, the learner should follow scientific research methodology. And in the case of research methodology, learner need to mention some objectives of the research study. So whatever researcher is going to study in the entire research process, he has to mention over here some of the objective related to that. Okay. Researcher also need to determine hypothesis for the present study. So there should be a optimum hypothesis and it must be validated. Okay. So for the purpose of preparation of effective project work, there should be a clear cut, specific and minimum hypothesis. Okay. Research methodology also consists of scope of the study. It means whatever area our research topic will cover, that should be mentioned under this category. Okay. It also consists of limitations of the study, means those area which could not be covered during the entire research process, that should be mentioned under the category of limitations of the study. Research methodology also consists of significance of the study. You have to mention how your research topic is more significant over here. Okay. Then research methodology also consists of selection of research problem, or it also consists of the description about the research problem. There should be a proper sample size. The selection of sample size is mostly depends upon the nature and scope of research topic. So researcher need to consider optimum sample size for effective research work. Researcher also need to mention methods of data collection used for the research project. So whatever methods of data collection has been used by the researcher, he has to mention brief description about each methods of data collection under research methodology. There is a description about tabulation of data, whatever tables has been used for presenting the data, that should be mentioned under this chapter. Researcher also needed to mention the description about various techniques and tools used for validating objectives and hypotheses and interpretation also. So dear students, these are the few points which you need to consider while drafting the chapter number 2, that is research methodology. Okay. Third chapter is about literature review. Dear students, each researcher or learner need to undertake a review of literature, a review of studies that are already done by others. So literature review is an important aspect of entire research process. Even literature review enables the researcher to find out research gap at the time of selection of research topic. So the literature review consists of the information about studies on the respective issues. Literature review also specify how the study undertaken is relevant and contribute for value addition in information and knowledge. Even the application of study area, which ultimately helps the learner to undertake further research study on same issue. Even each researcher or learner need to cite the appropriate research which has been already undertaken by the others in the present research project. So there should be a proper citation. There are many methods of citations are available. So depending upon the nature of research study, researchers should use the proper citation method for uh, giving citation to the concerned study material. Okay. Then fourth chapter, that consists of data analysis, interpretation and presentation. Dear students, it is the core part of the study. In this chapter, the analysis pertaining to collected data will be done by the learner. The application of selected tools or techniques will be used to arrive at findings. It also consists of some table of information, presentation of graphs, etc. So dear students, data analysis, interpretation and presentation consist of a detailed analysis of the data collected by the learner. So it consists of presentation of data by way of graphs, tables, charts, and various tests and techniques. So there are many formats available for presenting the data. So whatever data has been collected by the researcher, that should be properly analyzed by using various techniques, and it should be properly interpreted for the purpose of finding effective findings and giving some good suggestions. Okay. Fifth chapter consists of conclusion and suggestions, and in this chapter, findings of work will be covered and suggestions will be enlisted to validate the objective and hypothesis. So, in the case of conclusion and suggestions, researcher need to validate whatever objectives and hypotheses he has been determined. So hypothesis and objectives has been studied by using various techniques, and it should be validated properly. And then the researcher enable to find out some findings, and that will help the researcher to give some suggestions and recommendations for the betterment or improvement in that particular study area. If sometimes researcher can make addition in chapters depending upon the data and analysis and interpretation made by him. Okay. The chapter also consists of the description about bibliography. It means the references of books, published material, and whatever references that has been undertaken by the learner during the entire research process. So that should be properly mentioned in the category of bibliography. And there should be an appendix, means whatever format that researcher has been used for completing the entire research process, so that format should be mentioned under the name of appendix in the research project. Okay, so dear students, these are the some common guidelines which you need to consider while preparing a good project report. Then now we are going to learn about various important steps to be followed for preparation of good project report. So now you have to follow these steps. So first step, that is called as a selection of project topic. So you have to select appropriate, clear or specific project topic from your core subject. Okay. Once project topic has been selected, the learner need to write a project proposal, and there should be a 10 to 15 pages project proposal consisting of detailed description of project proposal. Means it also consists of what activities are researcher going to undertake during the entire research process, that is to be mentioned in the research proposal in advance. Once research proposal has been written, it should be submitted to the concerned guiding teacher for getting approval. Okay. And once project proposal has been submitted to the guiding teacher will verify, check the proposal and approve or reject it depending upon the quality of proposal. Okay. Once project proposal has been rejected or any suggestion has been made, the researcher need to read up the proposal as per the guidelines given by guiding teacher. And if your project proposal is approved by the guiding teacher, then you have to start your work. Then the learner need to collect data as per the requirement of study. So he can use many methods of data collection. Okay. Once data has been collected, the learner is required to analyze data, interpret data by using different methods and techniques. Nowadays, there are many statistical techniques are used for data analysis and interpretation, like percentage method is there, average is there, F test, Z test, chi-square, regression is there. So selection of techniques for data analysis is depends upon the nature of data collected by the learner. Once analysis has been made, researcher need to write a final draft of their project report and get the final draft approved from the guiding teacher. Once your project has been approved and a bounded copy has been made by the learner, it must be submitted to the guiding teacher as a final project work. And finally, the guiding teacher will arrange viva voce examination of that students with presence of external referee, and external referee may examine the research project and may ask some questions related to the research project which is undertaken by the learner. So dear students, these are the common guidelines for the purpose of preparation of project report. If you are having any difficulties or questions in relation to that, you may ask or make comment. Thank you.